Welcome to the Spark Times. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2026.
Fossils in China rewrite the story of life on Earth. An incredible collection of fossils found in Yunnan Province, China, is changing what we know about life on Earth. Scientists wanted to know, when did complex animals first appear? It turns out, much earlier than anyone thought. Researchers found more than 700 fossils dating back 554 to 539 million years to a time called the Ediacaran period. This was before the famous Cambrian Explosion, when life suddenly got very interesting. Some of these fossils may be the oldest relatives of a group that led to fish, starfish, and even humans. The fossils are very well kept, saved as thin carbon films instead of the usual rocky impressions. They include strange creatures with stalks, U-shaped bodies, and tentacles they use to grab food from the water. These discoveries push the origins of complex life back by at least 4 million years. The team wrote in the journal Science, "A whole lost world, brought back to light."
Happy World Book Day. World Book Day is on April 23rd, the date both William Shakespeare and Miguel de Cervantes died. Schools in over 100 countries celebrate with costume parades, reading marathons, and book swaps. This year, one of the featured books for kids is Pablo and Splash: The Castle Quest, a fun adventure with time travel. Tim Cook steps down as Apple's CEO. Tim Cook announced he will step down as Apple's CEO on August 31st after leading the company for 15 years. John Ternus, Apple's head of hardware, who has been at the company since 2001, will take over on September 1st. He took over from co-founder Steve Jobs in 2011 and grew Apple into one of the most valuable companies on Earth.
The Cambrian Explosion. When life got weird. For 3 billion years, life on Earth was just tiny, invisible bacteria. Then, about 541 million years ago, everything changed. Suddenly, the oceans were full of strange, complex creatures. What happened? What was the Cambrian Explosion? Imagine Earth as a very long movie. For the first 3 billion years, the screen shows nothing but single-celled bacteria and algae. Boring, right? Then, 541 million years ago, the movie explodes with action. In just a few million years, complex animals appeared everywhere. Fish, arthropods like crabs and insects, mollusks, even the earliest ancestors of humans. Scientists call this the Cambrian Explosion. The strange world before. Before the Cambrian came a period called the Ediacaran. It was a completely alien world. There were no fish, no insects, no bones. Just soft-bodied creatures shaped like quilts, discs, and fronds. No heads, no eyes. They barely moved. Scientists thought these creatures were dead ends. But a stunning discovery in China changed everything. Over 700 fossils showed that some Ediacaran creatures were actually direct ancestors of modern animals. The weirdest creatures that ever lived. Cambrian creatures looked like something from a science fiction film. Anomalocaris, a meter-long predator with a circular mouth and grasping arms on its head. Pikaia, a tiny tadpole-like creature with a flexible spine. The ancestor of everything with a backbone, including you. Opabenia, 5 eyes and a vacuum cleaner-like mouth. Hallucigenia, covered in spikes on top, with tentacles underneath. Some were so bizarre that scientists first thought the fossils were upside down. Why fossils still surprise us? Scientists thought they had the story figured out. Then China revealed 700 new specimens, some 4 million years older than expected, and the whole timeline shifted. The fossil record is like a jigsaw puzzle scattered across the planet. You think you see the picture? Then a new piece arrives and everything looks different. Every new dig could rewrite a chapter of life's story. Did you know? Cambrian creatures had hard outer shells called exoskeletons, which is why they fossilized so well. Before that, most animals were soft-bodied,